So.
Go ahead, Dan.
So, yeah, just take us what was going through your head and emotionally as you checked into the game tonight.
Yeah, just honestly, just everything. It's been such a long road. Thinking about all that it's taken to get here. The tough days, the good days, the bad days, the ups and downs. All the people that were a part of getting me back, the training staff. We call them the purple people eaters, but our players, coaches that worked with me tirelessly, Nate Tibbetts, all those guys, and then just my family, my church family, my faith that I have been able and fortunate enough to lean on, and during this entire time, I wouldn't be here. So just all of that, obviously the adrenaline, everything that's going on, and just trying my best to stay grounded and grateful. Much love to the Magic for sticking with me, and the Magic fans were excited. So just trying to bottle all that up in one moment, it was surreal.
As you mentioned, I imagine it feels surreal for a moment. In Lakeland, it was when you made that first free throw that it started to feel like a normal game for you. Mm-hmm. When did it start to feel like a normal game and back into the basketball flow for you tonight?
Well, I was so glad I made that turnaround. I really was. I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. I got that to go down. And then that kind of first win had got to me. That last minute, I could barely talk. I was breathing so hard. But to get in the second rotation in that second half, that 4 minutes, I started to just relax and just feel good and just, saying if I get it, I'm going to let it go.
Jay, were there ever any moments of doubt that you thought to yourself maybe that you wouldn't be back here where you are right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't. With the injury, that I think it's a part of it. Coming back from an injury like this and taking as long as it did, there were days where I was like, I don't know if I want to keep going. But then again, I have to thank Christ. Being able to go back to my faith and say, what, God has me on this journey for a purpose. I know that I was made to play basketball. I was made to give glory to God on this stage, and so I'm going to continue to work. And another thank you to just the people that are around me, my family, my church family, my wife, that continue to speak life and encouragement in me to continue through the process, no matter what anybody was saying. I kind of had to just continue to look within and lean on those people.
Jay, throughout the recovery process, this young team, you've kind of been watching from the outside in. What is it like to finally really get a chance to play with them fully in game action? And what can you say about the difference between the rosters you played with before and the roster you're playing with currently?
It felt fantastic. And, I really, tonight we barely scratching the surface of what this team is going to be. The more that I get integrated, the more that, all of us just continue to learn how to play with each other. I really do believe that the sky's the limit. And so I can't even go off of tonight because I just know there's so many layers of me just continuing to get acclimated and guys getting acclimated to me. But what the Magic have been able to do with our young roster so far, with me out, with, Kel out for some time, I think is extraordinary. And to go on the road and take two at Boston, and, they were, they're a prideful team. They want to come in here, and I'm sure that was exactly what they were saying in their locker room. They got two from us. We got to get this one. So for us to, put our heads down and get this win, I think it really is remarkable. And so I think that's our standard. And, I believe in these guys and just want to continue to work.
Jonathan, I know throughout your career here in the back, I know you've had a lot of first games where it's usually the start of a season, but for this length of time to be out, how do you compare the first game back to some of the other memorable milestones you've had in your career?
I think this one takes the cake. Just because, like I said, kind of in that first one, everything that has led up to this moment, all the things that are going on outside of the game, and people want me back, people expecting me back. I'm trying my hardest to get back, working every day, grinding, and so to get to this moment, it was just huge. And so to step on the floor again, I'm grateful and just want to continue to work and become a real part of this team.
I wanted to ask a follow-up to that. I know you said you were breathing a little bit heavy. It was just getting back in the flow of things. But keeping that in mind, playing a little less than 10 minutes, how do you evaluate your play as a whole?
I'm always going to be critical. I think I can definitely do better. The win was a tough part. I knew just with the adrenaline of that first quarter I was going to be tired. But I think first and foremost I'm a defensive specialist, and I want to obviously continue to shoot the ball and expand my offensive game. But I got to be on the floor to get stops, to block shots, to rebound, and to be a force on that defensive end. And my offense is growing, and I just want to continue to work on it.
You've had teammates who are rehabbing alongside you along the way, and they said that they took a lot of inspiration from just your positivity throughout your entire process as you were going through something even more difficult than them in a lot of ways. So when you're back tonight, how much just tonight kind of reiterate the things that make you who you are and give you kind of gratification of just how you look at life?
Yeah, I mean, just honestly, all that. I would tell the guys, if somebody was rehabbing alongside of me, say, whenever it gets tough, whenever you feel like you want to quit, just look at me. You know what I'm saying? And I've been on this road for a while, and they would even say that themselves, like, I have no room to complain because of JI. And so, again, it's not me. I really do attribute it to, believing in God and knowing that, I have a purpose in this thing, and it's not over. And so I try my best to stay positive and just be around those guys and uplift them, and it worked out. And I'm just glad to be back in this moment, and hopefully all of that, we praying that's behind us.
J.I., back here, the crowd was phenomenal tonight, but it was probably the loudest whenever you first checked in. What do you have to say to the city of Orlando and the fans for that, welcome reception?
Yeah, just much love. Like, much love. I appreciate it. Again, I know it's been a tough road. I know it's been a long road. And for, the Magic fans to stick with me and, await my return, if it feels great. And I just want to win. I want to continue to work and bring a championship to this city. And that's what we're going to continue to do.
You said, you were thankful that turnaround went in. Just kind of talk me through that first bucket and just what's kind of going through your mind, especially after you don't get the first one to go through. But
yeah.
just talk me through that first bucket.
So, well, the first attempt, I really thought Jalen was going to try to take a charge. So I kind of, misstepped a little bit. But, just shout out to Coach Mose for drawing one up for me. He's like, I'm going to try to get you one early. And so it was supposed to really just be a catch and, a jumper. But, they played it well, and it was just me and Jalen. And so I just said, get something. I was able to get to my turnaround. I really liked that shot. And when it dropped, I was just like, thank you. Just get that out the way.
I think Coach said that you had a water shower there in the locker room from the guys, and then to see them wearing the shirts and the whole staff. Just what does it mean to you to see that support from these guys that you've been with throughout these years?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. I think for me, I believe that I have my teammates' respect. The coaching staff, the way that, I've tried my best to walk out these, 2 years of being away. And, they're happy for me, and I appreciate it. And, I was the same way when somebody else that was injured was coming back. I tried my best to be extremely happy for them and get in on everything that was going on. So to have it come full circle and them do it for me, it's fantastic. And I'm just excited. And we get this one behind us, and now it's time to continue to win games. This is over. Let's go.
You mentioned first and foremost your defensive specialist. What was it like for you thinking, first one possession, you're out there guarding Tatum, you're out there guarding Jaylen Brown, two of the premier, players in this league?
Man, I think I can guard anybody, 1 through 5. And so to take the challenge, obviously, on a first night back and stick with those guys, I want it. And so I just want to continue to work and show what I can do, obviously. But I want that to be my staple, and that's a big staple of our team is defense. Look at the way Suggs came into the game and, maybe didn't get as many shots as he wanted, but the way that he grinded and stuck with Tatum was amazing. And so I want guys to feed off of me and be that battery pack to, lead us to wins.
When you walked off the floor, whether it's after your second stint or at the end of the game, was there a sense of just relief that you're able to get this milestone behind you?
Yeah, relief and peace. Peace, like, God, you got me. Like, I appreciate it. He truly is faithful, and I just want to thank him. Like, just because this night could have went so many ways, and for it to go the way it did, I appreciate him for it. So there's just a peace, there's a relief to it, like you said, and just let's keep going.
Thank you, J.I.
Appreciate it.